But of course, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you today, it happens to be an action-packed show. You understand? We had Carol Casita at the beginning of the show. Then on the second hour, we are privileged to be having another superstar, that is Zagazillion. Way back in time.
Not $1, not $1 million, but a Zagazillion.
Yeah, you know this.
Way back in time, we used to know him as Young Z. Later on, out of the blue, actually, we saw another new name in the industry, and we were like, Zagazillion. I was like, oh, Zagazillion. Then later on, she had like a big song. One of the timeless dance tracks. I think that this song is going to sell like for even more than the next 10 or what.
When we are dead, it will be there.
Why? Because people have to drink.
You have to sit to take the night.
Oh, now, and shout out to you, Joy. She's in Dubai. She happens to love that song.
Shout
I
out
know.
to you, Joy.
They are two best friends. Olea Muita Maikumbe. Olea Muita Maikumbe. And they got they call it, how do they call that thing? They got the inspiration from your song. So shout out to you, the two Kombes, Joy and Minisha. I know you're watching.
We love you.
So Zaga is here in the building.
So
Introduce
for
yourself
starters,
to the people.
Them know this, they call me Zagazillion, don't know. Yeah, man.
You don't know.
Yes.
do you have like a signature that's a signature like
a tag.
a tag that really
Yes.
defines you? Because when you look at Chitaka, there's a way he says
Banga.
unusual.
Yes, my tag is
Choo.
yeah, that is my tag.
Yeah, but it's always good for an artist to have something of a kind. When you listen to artists like Master Parody,
Yeah.
then there is who else?
But we're not.
Then Mr. Easy, it's your boy Easy. You get to understand. Think for Michael, does he has one?
I think he does, but I've forgotten it. He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is it necessary for an artist to have that signature?
I don't think it is a must. If you have it, it's very good, but it's not a must. Like for me, even my tag, it's not that I thought I had a tag or anything.
But
It's just that I said that cho thing in the Nailo and everyone was like, cho. So, yeah, so it became my tag by force.
Okay.
Right? I wasn't looking for it.
Okay, so Zaga, let's take it way back. So tell us the transition from Young Z, because it's the first time having you here on the show. Basically, we need to know all these kind of facts.
Yes.
So
yes.
tell us the transition from Young Z to Zagazillion.
It is a really long story, but to make it short, what I can tell you is Young Z, Zagazillion is the same thing. I just grew up. You know, those days I was a child doing music, and my stage name was Young Z. You know,
And you were like the boy, at that time you were one of the coolest guys that everyone would talk about.
yes.
I remember I was home in my village and some guy was like saying, there's another new kid on the block. What is his name? Young Z. At that time, waliwo bana bana bateranga nnyo kuba nnyo bali bazibegwire bali babayita bani. Forgetting their names. Nenga balinga basatu. But I was following the trend. Let's go on, yeah.
Yeah, so I was that time I started singing when I was really young, and I chose the name Young Z, and that's why I became. Now as I grew up, I always maintained my love for music and everything, and by the time I decided to really start pushing my music again, I had changed. I was no longer that same child, you know, so I was now Zaga. You know, that's a name that I got in my high school. My friends gave it to me. And
Zaga.
yeah, I was Zaga.
So what does Zagazillion mean?
Zagazillion doesn't mean anything. You see, like, it doesn't have to have a deep meaning. Like, Zagazillion is a name that my friend I was going to school in Nairobi for some time. So how it came was, you know that thing of changing your Instagram handle. For me, I was having a very normal Instagram handle, my real names, what. For him, I was like, man, add some swag, what, you're a celeb, how can you just be there? So,
What are your real names? We want to know so that...
Zachary Mukiza.
Zachary?
Mukiza.
Mukiza. Is it Yemnyakole?
I'm a Mufumbira. Yeah. So, what was I saying? The transition. He told me to change my Instagram handle, and for him, he was saying something like Zagazillionaire. I thought that was so
because
fake.
you had the money?
No. For me, but yeah, I thought that
the Leons and everything.
I didn't like the name.
Yeah, it's like at school you used to be like one of those coolest.
No.
Yeah.
But in school we were the most popular guys, me and my boys, more than even the
Because
older
of the
boys.
music, or
No, just because people just loved us. Like we have this thing, like my whole life I've had this thing, like I just bring people to me. They just come.
okay.
They just come, you know. So yeah, he told me Zagazillionaire. For me, I was like, no, Zagazillions. That is how the name came.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here you are.
Yes, sir.
So way back you used to do like hip hop kind of music. Now you're doing. I don't know how you describe the kind of music that you even do. It's so unique.
And the beat is unique.
Yeah,
It's a bit different.
Thank you.
So how do you describe like your music?
I can say that hip hop is my foundation. You know, I can never disrespect hip hop or anything.
Even sometimes you do rap.
Of course, even the music that I do now, it's not that okay, I'm rapping, but you always feel like the hip hop element. It is my foundation. But I am much more than that. It wasn't just hip hop for me. Even those days when I was a kid, I was already listening to reggae music, to the Wizkids. Wizkid is a really big inspiration of mine. So many people. I listen to old school music, so I can say my sound. I have my own sound, by the way. That's why you are saying it sounds so unique.
Yeah.
It's my own sound.
It's a rich sound.
Thank you. She's giving me so many compliments. But
it seems to be like a buzz sound because people in buzz have really embraced it. As
yes, and you see why it is like that is because at a point you see that those days of young, then I stopped the young thing. I just started partying. I became a party animal. Some good years, some 3 years. You know, I was one of those kids who was in the bar. So, but I thank God for that experience because in the bar, that is where I learned how to. I used to have a lot of energy, so I learned how to channel my energy, man. I learned how to perfect my dance moves. I learned how to vibe chicks. I learned so, you know, so I thank God for those years I spent partying because I learned a lot. And by the time I decided to sing,
Are you sure you know how to vibe chicks?
I'll tell you.
You give us one pickup line.
Just give her only one punchline like this.
Viewers,
Yeah, I don't vibe with pickup line.
That must be that pickup line you use that when you use it, you know she will accept.
No. By the way, anyway, for me, a lot of girls used to just come to me.
So do you have a name for your sound? Like, how do you define it?
Yeah, my sound is called Zaga Vibe.
Zaga
Vibe, and it consists of a hip-hop foundation with a heavy Afrobeat influence, a mild reggae and dancehall touch, and a small old-school sprinkle like this. Okay. That is Zaga Vibe.
Zaga Vibe.
Okay. Yeah. So which song apparently defines Zagazillion? That's the song that's like people have gotten to know more about Zagazillion. Is it the Nairo one?
Of course, we have to say the Nairo is definitely the song that introduced Zagazillions.
So what was on your mind by the time you were doing that song?
He had started partying.
It's like your favorite song. It used to be like your favorite drink way back by the time you were still partying and everything.
Actually, I never was really a drinker. I was just crazy naturally. Like I was a mad person naturally. I didn't need to drink a lot.
So of all beers, why did you choose Nailo?
Well, it wasn't on purpose. It was not a purpose thing. We were in studio with my boys. How I make music that time, we used to just go in studio, me and my boys, and chill, play beats and sing whatever we wanted. Like total nonsense if we feel like it, we'll sing it. Because you see, even when you look at Nairo, when you look at it very deeply, Nairo is a song without any structure. Okay, it does not have a chorus. It doesn't have. It is a vibe from the start to the end.
So it was a vibe.
Yeah. So that is how the song was created. It was just me and my boys. They were hyping me. For me, I was saying whatever.
Did you push the song or was just push itself?
And the beautiful thing is, I never pushed that song at all. We never spent a dime. We never spent a dime. I thank God.
Okay. Yeah. So from Nailo, which other song that came next? The next project?
At that time, 2020, I was releasing a lot of music. So I cannot even remember which song came after Nairo, but I know the next video that came after Nairo, It was called No Dramas. Now, No Dramas is a song that only people who really love Zagazillion will know it. Yeah.
Okay. So now, year 2023, how is it moving for you as an artist?
We are so busy. We are so busy.
You're almost, actually, we are on the half of the year.
Yeah. No, 2023 has been so beautiful, right? It has been so beautiful. We have not done like everything that we are planned, but already we have done a lot. Like I signed with Swangs again, and you know they are going to push me so seriously. Already they are pushing so seriously. Just the other week we were in Kigali. Like I performed the biggest show of my career yet. By the way, Nailo is a humongous song. Even in Kigali, it's the #1. It's a national anthem there. You know, Burundi what? So I'm looking forward to continue the domination. And
okay, artists embracing. Okay, how is the reception of artists towards your sound? Your fellow artists.
I'm not really a social person like that, so I wouldn't even know. But
you haven't had like artists who are like, hey man, I think your sound is kind of unique. I think we need to, you know.
Yeah, no, they always tell me when I meet a few of them. Like I meet sometimes, and they tell me, let's work. They like my stuff. I've not really had a negative reaction.
If you say you're not that social, what do you do in your free time? What is that thing you do in your free time?
For me, free time, it ended like in 2017.
You don't have a free time?
No. My time is spent like, I'm either developing myself in music, or I'm developing, no. All of that stuff, it ended in 2017.
Yeah.
All of it. I became very serious, and I have been serious since about my music. And if I don't want to do music, then I go to gym, like that.
So let's talk about life. You as an artist, how has life influenced your music? Things according to your life experience and everything.
It has influenced it tremendously because, like you said, you see, when people hear the Nailo and start, they get up and dance and shoot. Because that was my life at a point. I was a party animal, I was what? And I translated that energy into my music. That is why Zagazillion music, people like to dance on it. Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever been at a point whereby you're feeling low?
Of course. I'm a human being, you know.
So how do you deal with the negative vibe that always makes you maybe like be low and everything?
I think when something comes and it is negative towards me, I used to be very reactive. Like I would react very quickly, and that is not good. Right now, I think I'm a bit mature, and I analyze situations. Like if something is going to come at me negatively, how it depends on the amount of negativeness. Is this affecting my life? Is this affecting my money? Is this affecting my family? If it is not affecting any of those things, it's just a small thing. I don't care about it. Like I don't care. It can't bother me. For me right now, I can't be bothered.
Right. So talking about adulthood, you're saying now the other past years used to be that child, that maybe adolescent kid.
You know?
So what's that embarrassing song that you have on your playlist that you know deep down it's embarrassing? It doesn't have to be yours. We all have those songs.
Maybe I think. You've asked me a very hard question.
It's not hard. You can just give us the title. For us, we shall go and find out the information in it.
Anyway, for me, people don't really expect me to listen to such a song. But there's this song of Mose and Weasel, that song of Cuckoo.
Sweeter than Cuckoo. Okay.
People think I don't listen to that music.
Yeah.
So when it comes,
so this Rasta guy has something for you. Which question is that? You're like,
He likes Cuckoo.
in all songs, that why Cuckoo?
No, like when you look at me, you wouldn't think that I would.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a song.
So we are out of time. Maybe talking about Swangs. How did you learn to deal with Swangs? How did you like turn back to Swangs?
Is it you who went back,
or
they
they look for you?
Yeah, no, it was just something like we were the ones who looked for them, and it was something like me. I had reached a point in my career where maybe I have pushed myself to the limit, kind of thing. Like we did all this stuff on our own, our own, everything on our own. But now we are kind of like, we need that machine now. We can't do everything on our own. If we want to do big things, you need a machine. Because we are winning games before, we are winning games. But now we want to win like a championship.
All right.
So that is why I went back to Swans.
Apparently, like your top 3 songs from different artists that you ever listen to. Every single time you jump, maybe like in your car, maybe like your home, you're listening to Ugandan songs. So since today we are celebrating Ugandan music.
I don't listen to Ugandan music.
Yeah.
Great.
Ugandans are watching.
But let's be realistic.
I don't listen to a lot of Ugandan music.
Let's give us 3.
But then you're saying you're under a label that is Franks Avenue that has a couple of Ugandan artists like Vinka, Zafarani, there is Chitaka. You mean that you don't spare some time and listen to their music?
No, they also don't listen to my music. Like, it's just because you're on the same label and stuff. Like, by the way, I've not even met some of those guys. Like, you know, we're on the same level, but it's
You stay in Kampala or Burundi?
I stay here in Kampala.
And then you don't even move on the road, and then you listen to that Kawan jam, and you're like, who is this?
Okay, what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of my own music. My unreleased music, that's what I listen to.
Okay.
I'm really self-centered, like I don't give time to other people.
All right. You're one of a kind indeed, trust me. It's the reason why maybe like you even have a unique sound.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about, I wanted to ask you something simple that, I don't know why even I'm forgetting it.
We're out of time. Let's talk about Kafunda.
Let's talk about your brand jam, actually, Kafunda.
Yeah. Well, of course, Kafunda is the brand new spanking.
It's the first song under Swans?
Yeah, it's the first song back with Swans, and it's the brand new vibe that we are coming with right now. It is the first song off of my debut EP, the Sombe Vibe EP, coming out later this year.
But there's something I want us to talk about. Is it that it's like a strategy every single artist, like especially these new signees in Swans, everyone's having like an EP kind of stuff. Zafarani, I was talking to the manager and he was like, we are planning to release an album, but we are like, let's put it on a hold. Later on, I saw Chitaka, like he has that album already. It's like an EP, it's just an EP.
Yeah.
And then Zaga is also telling me an EP.
Yeah.
You don't have any collab on that EP?
I do. I have a lot of collabs actually, and we are just trying to sort it out. Yeah, Ugandan artists. But these are artists.
But how do you collaborate with artists that you don't listen to? How do you get to know that they're good artists?
Okay, maybe I phrased that wrongly. I listen to certain Ugandan artists, but definitely you don't know them. Like I listen to these new kids who are coming up on the block. There's a boy
that
called.
That is what we wanted. We just wanted 3 songs.
Yeah. There's a boy called Bowman. Okay, do you know Bowman? You don't know Bowman? None of you know him, but he's super talented.
Bowman knows us.
Definitely knows. He's super talented. We have some work that we have done, and I have really high hopes for it. Of course, maybe you might know these Barakas, and you know,
also Baraka is part of the EP.
We are trying to do something. We have not yet done something. We are trying to do something. You know, like that.
We try Thick for Micah.
Thick. Why not?
Are you fan to Thick?
You're putting me in funny position.
Yeah,
but it's been a pleasure having you on the show. You understand? Maybe any last remarks that you love to, any message you feel like you want your fans to get to know about you?
Yo, everybody who loves Zagazillion music, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Get ready this year. We are coming so hard.
How can people get in touch with your music, like platforms where
if you wanna